Now I'm from Queens, right?
Right.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. When that nigga KRS-One put out The Bridge Is Over, and this dude is talking about Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it, Bronx keeps creating it, and Queens keeps on faking it. And yo, even though I'm from Queens, man, you can ask any guy from Queens. We didn't care that shit. He was dissing the shit out of us, but we didn't care. That shit was hot. He dissed the whole borough, and the whole borough accepted it in the face.
I am Hayzel Greene, an inquisitive, unapologetic, voluptuous introvert who blooms and blossoms behind closed doors. This is my podcast, a platform where I will discuss my writings and where I will bring to light conversations with my good girlfriends, sisters, brothers, and homeboys about love, life, music, and most importantly, sex. So leave your judgment at the door and welcome to Hanging Out with Hayzel.
It's Hayzel, baby.
It wasn't even on an album. It was like they was playing it on the radio, right? So I'm in New York, and I got my father's car, and I had to drive to about 14 different record stores throughout Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, looking for The Bridge Is Over, and couldn't find it because it wasn't recorded. What they did was they made it, but they was playing it on the radio.
Okay, let me step back just a little bit. As a person who like to listen to music, do I go and research the history behind it? No, I don't. Do I know all the lyrics to the songs? Sometimes. Depends on how I feel about the song.
True.
The Bridge, MC Shan, remember the Juice Crew, when that beat came on, it was just like, oh my God.
The bridge.
Yes, when that
Right,
beat
right.
came on, it was just like, wow,
It was hot.
beyond hot.
And I'm glad you said that because I gotta put that shit all our playlist. But yeah, man, that shit was, man. It was like, and see the thing about it, like the bridge, he wasn't saying hip hop started. No, he didn't say it started in Queens. Excuse me, hip hop started out in the park, and that's where it started at, in the parks of Bronx. He didn't say nothing. He was just saying that, that's where it started. Then he just started saying, well, where I'm from, the bridge, we do it this way. So
Right. So
KRS,
he
yeah,
just
I'm
took
sorry.
it.
Go ahead.
He took it and ran with it. So this is
Yeah,
the
he took
thing.
it and ran with it. Right.
Now, in my research today, and I actually went back to listen to the lyrics or majority of the lyrics, and it wasn't that he was trying to diss any other borough. He was just talking about where he came from, like he said.
Right.
And if you really listen to it, he's pretty much naming all his homeboys.
Chappy Chap. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But Cat.
It was just a cassette that was floating around. It wasn't anything that was supposed to be put out there.
Oh, so that's how the bridge. That's how the bridge was.
Yeah, that's how the bridge was.
I never knew that.
Shan was saying he was gonna clap back at KRS-One, but Marley told him not to. I'm talking about prior to Kill That Noise. I wonder what that diss track would have sound like. Do you think Do you think
right.
MC Shan would have had anything on KRS-One?
I don't think so, man. I think KRS was just super lyrical at the time.
He would have annihilated him, huh?
He would annihilate him, man. KRS is nasty on that mic, and he's a battle rapper, and he would have chewed Shan out, and spit him out. I mean, I couldn't believe, man, this guy dissed the whole borough, man, and we loved it. We wanted more. He just killed us, man, and it was just so. Doom 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 doom. Because at the time that was a reggae song called "The Boop's Dead, The Boop's Dead," and everybody used to, everybody was big going to Jamaican clubs and Jamaican parties and stuff. And when he sampled that, doom 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 doom, he killed the game with that shit. Man. I'm for real. He killed the game with that one.
Wow. But I mean just the beats from both of
Yeah.
the songs is fire to me. They
Yeah.
will forever be in my top 10, 20 beats of all time. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to Prodigy's book, and when I tell you that book was fire,
Is it good? Because I need to
oh
read
my
it.
goodness, is it? I really think that you should go ahead and read that book or listen to it on audio. However, when I tell you I was picturing that shit, he was telling a vivid ass story, and I was picturing it, and I was like, damn, he was a bad motherfucker. Like not lyricist, even though he is, but they was just off the chain. Him and his whole crew, and I mean, he put it all out there. He talked about so many people living and dead, and I was like, wow. Storyteller.
I had read something like how his life, he lived with his grandparents and, stuff like that. Didn't he live with his grandma or something?
Yeah,
His grandma was a dancer or something.
Yeah, he spent some time with his grandmother, and that's how Jay-Z got the opportunity to, try to front on him and, put the picture of him when he used to be Michael Jackson. But at the same time, what kid, when Michael Jackson first came out, wanted to be like Michael Jackson? Mostly everybody. Right. But by his grandmother being a dance teacher.
At studio, right.
Right. So he just took that and just tried to play Prodigy. But yeah.
I think Ether's the greatest diss track ever, though.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about Ether. So Jay-Z has nothing.
The song that Jay-Z did, that shit was trash. That song was trash. I don't even remember the name of it. What was it called?
I don't remember it either.
Yeah, man.
And that's the crazy part, because a couple months ago, I wrote an article for wavewax.com titled The Proverbial Tug of War. There is one diss track, because I think he did more than one, coming for Nas. Super Ugly most definitely was one.
That's what it's called, Super Ugly? Nah, he just kicked it, man. He just was like, man, he was like J.J. Evans. Man, just killing that boy, man. Like, no, you picked the wrong dude to go after, bruh.
Well, see, and that's the thing. What if he came for Nas in his prime? Live at the barbecue? What if he came for that Nas?
He would have got toasted, too. He would have got Melba toast.
You said Melba toast.
Yeah,
Hell no.
I would have been Melba toast fucking with Nas at the went to hell for snuff for Jesus. Yeah, you no.
This is the thing with Nas. He is most definitely a supreme lyricist.
What you know about Live at the Barbecue? What you know about Main Source?
Come on, Nas.
I'm tired of you trying to act like you know hip hop, man.
I'm looking at the front door. Dang, dang. What?
Yo, you know what my song is? But you know what my song is on that?
What?
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, yeah. That was fire, too.
That shit was fire, man.
Main Source was live.
Yeah, they just,
fizzled out.
I don't know, man. I think they shouldn't have had a group. They should have just been Large Professor as a soloist.
But he's a producer, so he's still out there doing his thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't work, because he's nice. He's nice on the mic. He's nice on the beach. I gave him a ride to the studio one night, because the dude in that record, going to Drew's crib, a.k.a. Dr. Butcher. So I'm Corona bound to see Drew, a.k.a. Dr. Butcher, and what's going down. That's my dude. Dr. Butcher's my man. And I was over Drew's house, and I took Lost Professor didn't even have a car and shit. And I took him to that's when I knew that niggas wasn't making no money in early hip hop. So this nigga do beats and all that, don't even have a car. And I wasn't trying to front him, but I took him. I had a 5.0 back then. He put his equipment in the back and shit, my little hatchback, and we rode. And that's where he played for me. He played for me. You ever heard a song? It wasn't out yet, but he did it. And you ever remember a song not Queen Latifah, that Roxanne Shante did, where she was dissing all the female rappers?
It's
I don't remember his name. Because I remember one part she was saying like, "And let me tell you about Latifah, and then I smoke you like beefer." Yeah, so he played that for me, cause G-Rap wrote that whole thing.
Is it Biggest Mama? Is that it?
Maybe that's it. I don't know, but I remember she dissing all the motherfucking female rap. I think she dissed Yo-Yo. She just went at him. She that was a diss track, and she dissed all the female rappers.
That was from Bitches Back.
Lost Professor, he played that for me.
Sucking dicks and turning tricks to get a quick fix while I was putting dope hits in the mix.
It wasn't now. I said, damn, Roxanne Shante wildin'. She fucking with the female rappers.
Shante is a battle rapper.
And he played G-Rap's Talk Like Sex for me. It wasn't out yet. That shit was banging. Remember that? Can you dig it, honey? That was an LB. For the ladies, 195 pounds of beef, chinky eyes, curly hair, gold teeth. You know that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Lost Professor, yeah. I don't know. That was an L diss track, but why was you fronting on Jack the Ripper though? Like you wasn't really feeling it. That shit was hard.
What? Not that I was fronting on it, but
you act like you wasn't really feeling. Man, that shit L came hard.
Yeah, but I didn't want to bring up the whole Kumo D thing because to me it was.
Kumo D and he did Ice-T. He said, "You little hip hop raccoon."
But see, this is the thing. I didn't want to touch Kumo D.
LL said, "Check out the way I say my display and play my name on the back without the cool." He said the LL and the cool without the JAY. Oh man, that was hard, man. But anyway, yeah, that was hard. That was a hard diss track though. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper. King Hercules.
LL came out with multiple diss tracks going after Kumo D. You had.
So he started with How You Like Me Now, right?
And then Mama Say Knock You Out came at what point and what time?
That was last. Mama Said Knock You Out was the last shit. That's when it was over. It was no response to that. He just murdered him with that.
So it was something about Breakdown or something like that. That's the one where he came after Kumo D, Ice-T, and MC Hammer.
That's Jack the Ripper.
No. Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna drop it in the comments. No, it's not. It's called something about to break down. Something about to break down.
Oh, okay. Well then, shit, hit me then, yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a little research.
Okay. Good.
But, it was like going back to even do the little research. I went back and I put in like famous diss tracks or some shit like that, right? And it took me all the way back. And I'm not even talking about hip hop, even though I'm going to circle back around. But the first diss track, for real, came out in the 1700s when they was talking about Yankee Doodle. I was like, yeah, they was dissing the whole war situation. And Marvin Gaye had a diss track against James Brown. No, wait, Marvin Gaye had a diss track, and it was Prince and somebody else he was going after. It didn't sound all of that. Who else had a diss track? It was something. Joe Tex had a diss track against
James Brown.
Oh, it was like,
is that what
yes.
Because James Brown hated Joe Tex.
And it was all over a female. It was all over a female. I
didn't know that.
Yeah.
I gotta find that diss track.
Yes, you have to go and listen to it because Joe Tex said something to him about he don't want her because it's like you giving her to me, and that ain't the way I like it. I want her to come of her own free will is basically the message that Joe Tex said. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What? And it was just like a whole bunch of songs. I was like, niggas is like dissing people for real. And songs that we sit up here and listen to and don't even think that it's a diss track is absolutely a diss track. One that blew my mind was Cry Me a River. Justin Timberlake. What? Diss track?
That's who?
That's a diss track. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Man, listen. When I first go back and think of the date of a diss track, we're talking about Roxanne Shante and UTFO, Roxanne Revenge. That's like the first one that was kind of listed dealing with hip hop. Then you got the Showstoppers, Salt and Pepper, going against Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. Remember that one?
Yeah, Showstoppers.
Then of course we've already talked about the South Bronx, The Bridge is Over, Kill That Noise. We talked about that. That was 86 and 87. And that kind of that kind of tell you about KRS-One, because he put The Bridge is Over in South Bronx all within a year's time. And then Shan came out with Kill That Noise. So look, just of the three, well, no, the four, The Bridge is Over, South Bronx, Kill That Noise. Where are we? Where would you rate those from 1 to 4? Who's first? Kill That Noise, The Bridge is Over, and South Bronx. Which one was the hottest?
Four would be Kill That Noise.
Really?
Yeah, like four as in like not the best.
Oh,
Four.
okay. We starting at okay. Go ahead.
Four. Yeah, 4 would be Kill That Noise.
Okay.
3 would be South Bronx. 2 would be The Bridge, and 1 would be The Bridge is Over.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Bye. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Hey.
With the dance with the sister said, see, I'll call
BDP. Right. Okay.
But if you're the crew, then you must see me. You can't sound like Shan
Or
on
the
the one.
Marley, cause Shan and Marley walk. They rhyming like they gay. Pick up the mic and they don't know what to say. Saying hip hop started out in Queensbridge.
Yeah, my thing is only good for steady fucking. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he did. He went in for that one. Okay.
Went in.
So now in the ring we got LL, we got Kumo D, we got Cannabis.
I ain't Cannabis shit. I didn't even listen to that shit. That shit moved me not. So I can't say nothing about that. That shit was trash to me.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even get into it. I didn't even give it a listen.
Okay, well, I want you to listen to it and tell me what you think about it. Especially when they were on the track together. What was it, 3, 2, 1 or something like that?
I think the whole beef started. Yo, L, let me get that mic off your arm. That's what it all started. He felt that was disrespectful.
Did you think it was disrespectful?
No, but motherfuckers with their egos, man, they be tripping.
Yeah, see, I thought he was just saying, pass me the mic.
No, he was like, yo, give me that mic off your arm or some shit like, I don't know, like if it was supposed to be on there or something.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so in the ring, we have NWA, Ice Cube,
Ooh,
Tim Dog.
Forgot all about motherfucking No Vaseline. Damn, how did I do that? that was bananas. That was nuts.
That whole album, Ice Cube was just like in his rawest form. They couldn't fuck with Cube.
I was proud of him, man, because living in Ohio and shit, being from New York, I got to hear a lot of that West Coast shit before New Yorkers did. Because that shit got a lot of play in Ohio, like the Two Shorts and all that West Coast shit. That shit got no play in New York. So I was hip to. I would come back to New York and shit and hip niggas to Too Short and NWA, and they'd be like, man, that shit is whack. But I was there at the Apollo the night that Ice Cube did his first show.
Wow.
And tore that motherfucker up. But I was proud of him because he was like, man. He's like, y'all don't understand, man, how I always dreamed to be able to come to New York and just, rock for y'all and shit, man. And he did. I mean, he tore the roof off the sucker, man. Killed it. Mike Tyson all in the middle of the aisle, dancing all crazy, looking crazy. He just worked everybody up into a fucking frenzy, man. At the Apollo. Hell yeah. I remember that show like it was Public Enemy. The Apollo. Public Enemy. Ice Cube. Nice and smooth. And who else? It was somebody else. But it was a nice fucking show. I had a ball.
Nice and smooth.
Ball. Yeah, I liked them too.
The hip hop junkie.
Yeah, I liked it nice and smooth. My favorite song by them was Early to Rise. You ever heard that?
I don't think so. I'm about to.
That album be doo 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 doo. When you get a chance, check out Early to Rise, nice and smooth. That beat is fucking bananas.
Oh, who produced it? Do we know?
I want to say Awesome Two. I want to say the Awesome Two. Teddy Ted and Special K or whatever their name is. Yeah, I think they did it. But when Irv Gotti when he was DJ Irv, I only because I grew up with him. I don't know where the fucking Irv Gotti came from. Irv, he never been no hard nigga, never been no. But anyway, he was DJ Irv, and he used to sell tapes like fucking Kid Capri and Brucey B and all them cats. So he had did this mix with the Early to Rise, right? It started off the Fat Album gonna go down, 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 and then he mixed. Remember that song that was put on my best. Can't believe that she said yes. She's impressed. This can be the start of my happy. You remember that song, Too Hype? She's too hype. The girl is too high. You don't remember that?
It wasn't that I didn't remember it. I just went to go try to listen to it, and it sounded like the Smooth Operator beat, Big Daddy Kane.
What beat?
Early to Rise. Nice and smooth. Okay, go back and listen to it.
Okay.
Go back and listen to it.
Irv had made that mix. That shit was hot, man.
Yeah, so that's wow. That's amazing that you know all of these people. The stories,
yeah.
I love it.
Oh, man, I've been around. But like I said, like when Dave died, I said, when I put the thing out, I said, man, I've met a lot of rappers, man. But ain't none of them motherfuckers cool like he was. That motherfucker was cool as fuck.
Okay, so when you say Dave who?
Oh, Dave from De La Soul, True Gourd.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had put a little post telling him, rest in peace, because he was a cool cat, man. Just cool. First met him, man. Treated me like he knew me forever. And then when he got famous, he would, come to town and show a nigga love. It was just good, man.
Yeah. When Plug Tuning first came out, it blew my mind. Blew my mind.
But you know what I love. Yeah, I blew my mind. I love that shit. But you know what else I like? That motherfucking Potholes in My Lungs.
Oh yeah,
that
was my shit too.
That whole album was hot.
Potholes in my. That whole album was just unreal. It had my ass like really. Like, you know how they broke the commercials in and they were speaking French and all that stuff. It's like I knew all of that shit back then. And I was taking French in school, so.
It was Haitian. We used to talk about, because I grew up in a Haitian neighborhood. We used to talk about, all kind of Haitian dishes. He was like, man, get the fuck out of here. You know all this stuff, you ain't Haitian? I said, I told you, man, I lived on a block with on my block, it was 20 fucking houses, and motherfucking 15 of them was Haitian, motherfucker. So what you think? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking Haitian by default, nigga.
You said by default.
Did that. Plug one. I remember, man, I'm at the radio station. I just met these cats. They was like, yeah, we got a new song coming out. And they was like, yeah, we produced by Prince Paul. I was like, yeah, that song.
That's Sonic.
I was cool with Daddy-O. Me and Daddy-O was cool. My man Jeff that lived on my block introduced me to Daddy-O. And I used to go to Daddy-O's house. And Daddy-O was real cool. He come to town. He treat me with love, too. But, yeah, they play that shit. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, okay.
But you know what? In my research again, not today, but I was doing an article for Wave Wax, and I was talking about beatboxing, and I don't know if I even put that article out yet, so I'm gonna have to push it. Now I was talking about beatboxing, and I think I started the whole article to say, yeah, we're not talking about spot 'em, we got 'em beatbox challenge. We're talking about real beatbox. And Why's name came up, and although he did that little intro,
he didn't do enough.
Huh?
He was a good beatboxer, but he didn't do it enough. He tried to have little verses on shit, but that was his main thing was to be a motherfucking beatboxer.
Right. That's what I heard, and I did not know that. Especially Faye. Oh my God, that was my shit right there. Do you remember that song?
Yeah, vaguely, but I remember that man. The song was that motherfucking Ghost Stetzer. They play that shit in the Latin quarters, and that fucking place erupts.
Yeah.
Man,
But see, see, that would have been there. Here, Faye was, I can't say everything, but Faye,
I like it.
between the two, I would
I
pick
gotta-
Faye over Ghostet. Absolutely would. And I met them. Remember where I was talking about being at the front row with Public Enemy?
Yeah,
Stetsasonic was there too that day.
I was there that night.
And
I was in their dressing room. I was in Stetsonic's dressing room.
well, I didn't make it back to the dressing room, but I was there.
Back there.
Oh, I was fly. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, I had on overalls, and you know I love overalls. I still wear overalls from time to time, but I had some overalls on. I had this blue jacket because you know back then it was people with names and shit on their jackets. So I had this blue shiny jacket, and on one side it had Monet Love, and on the other side it said Holding Like Fort Knox. Because back then I had a nice little body. So I'm telling you. And let me see, I had braces. I had that asymmetric bob curl. Flawless. Do you hear me? Flawless. And I had these little silver clips, because silver, I was rocking silver. I had silver, my class ring was silver. Just, man, I'm going to dig up that picture and I'm going to send it to you. And you're going to be like, look at this.
Right, I was sitting in Stetz's motherfucking in their dressing room eating fruit off the fruit tray, just chilling.
Oh my God.
That was a nice time. So
It was.
I really love the fucking front row, man. I tell you, if I had the money, I would build a fucking replica of that bitch. It was you had the fucking. It was perfect, man. Every seat was a good seat. Every seat was a good seat, man.
Oh yeah, I love the front row.
But that motherfucking Tony and Vogue shit, man, that shit was incredible, man. I love.
I know you mentioned that.
Oh man, I hate when they fucking stop.
Yeah, they tore that down, and all it is right now is a bunch of fucking stores.
Told you, man, that motherfucking Mike White did that shit, man. Mike White said, if you elect me as your mayor, I will bring everything downtown Cleveland, all the entertainment. So they got that shit, so everything could come into fucking Cleveland. Playhouse Square, State Theater,
yeah,
all fucking shit coming to Cleveland. No more
the convention center, everything.
No more Richfield Coliseum. You know, no more of that shit in the suburbs. It's all gonna be downtown Cleveland.
Yeah, bring that money in.
Mm-hmm. Bring that money in.
That is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I love hip hop. At least the early on.
Man, but I love hip hop, but I love soul music too. And that's crazy because when me and Jay up, I was a hip hop fanatic, man. And he would come at me with all this R&B. I'm like, man, I don't know that shit, man. But fucking with him and learning shit, introducing me to motherfuckers in the business and shit, it made me just love that shit, man. I would have never thought that I would put my love for hip hop on the back burner for fucking.
Look, I'm like, what?
I heard you, for real. For real, I was the biggest hip hop fanatic in the world, man. Then as years went by, and as I got older, and that shit started getting whack,
You said whack, wick, whack. That's funny. That's funny. But you got to think, you had, like you said, you had your disco going on down there. You had your rap, your gritty, grimy streets of New York rap. And then as time went on, it kind of smoothed out and changed its course. It kind of pivot. And I was like, wait,
But I
what the
think
hell?
what really made me like not really want to fuck with rappers when you started having all these mumble rappers, man. That shit really started pissing me off.
Well, that
When
just came about in the last, what, 5
yeah,
years maybe?
like maybe the last 7 years. I mean, it's been around for a minute.
Oh, see, maybe I didn't know that was the name of it. Cause
Well,
I
yeah,
guess
you see the fucking Ludacris commercial where he eating peanut butter in the studio and is trying to rap, and his fucking mouth sound all yeah.
wait,
You know,
his mouth sound like what?
on the commercial, he in the studio, but he in the glass booth, right?
Right.
And he getting ready to lay some tracks down, some vocals, but he kind of hungry, so he takes some. He got a jar of Jif and shit, and just take a little bit and eat it. And like, you ready? He's like, all right, but his mouth got stuffed full of peanut butter, so he rapped it. Oh,
and his hair started growing.
He nailed it with that commercial. That's exactly what the fuck they sound like.
Oh my God.
A mouthful of Jello.
We have to talk about the evolution of
Yeah.
hip hop, rap. KRS once say, rap is something you do, but hip hop is what you live.
Hip hop is a way of life, and a way of what you call rap is what you do.
Yeah.
A lot of people be forgetting that hip hop is, you got breakdance, graffiti, DJing, and all that shit is hip hop, man.
We need to explore.
That shit never got no play in my ride. But I did like the breakdancing. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed DJing. I used to love to hear motherfuckers battle in the park and shit and scratching and all that. But we might have, if New York, we might have started the DJing and all that with the 2 turntables and all that. But when it came to freaking that shit out, I give that to the Philly DJs. They took that shit to another level.
Oh, Philly got some fire.
Philly got fire MCs too, but yeah, DJs. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Motherfuckers would never ever try to front on Jazzy Jeff. Jazzy Jeff was a motherfucking innovator. Word up.
I heard he was a beast.
And there was a dude named Tat Money. He was nice too. Nice dude with hazel eyes, though. He was nasty too on them turntables. But that motherfucking Jazzy Jeff, though, he was nasty though.
Why do you think Jazzy Jeff don't get to play?
Who, Jazzy Jeff? Every
now and then I hear him come across. But yeah, you don't hear about Jazzy Jeff that much.
He's up there without Will Smith. If he's not with Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff is nothing. They don't care about him. They want him to be with the Fresh Prince. They want him to be DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. If Fresh Prince ain't in there, then it's nobody cares about Jazzy Jeff, because Will Smith became that big that it's like, oh, Jazzy Jeff, you mean the guy that used to cut for for Fresh Prince?
Oh, that's what they did to him.
That's what Will Smith blew up too big, man. He blew up so big that it made you say, Jazzy who?
He overshadowed him.
Overshadowed him like to the fucking 14th power.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you that album, Rock the House, oh my God. Especially...
that shit got no place.
That song with Ready Roxy, that was my shit.
My shit can do funk. That shit was hot.
Yeah. Who was that?
Who?
I mean, I see Will, but who was the other guy?
That's me.
That's who?
That's me when I was 18.
Wait a minute. That's you?
That's me.
Hold up. I gotta look at this again. Wait a minute. What? You was dark?
Mm-hmm.
Get the hell out of here. Wow.
I got
okay.
I got the 4-finger ring on.
Let me see.
That bracelet I had on was solid 18-karat gold, solid. And
look at you.
I never liked necklaces because niggas be snatching chains. And I had the gold crown in my mouth. You can't really see the gold crown.
Oh my God! Can I put this on my YouTube page?
Of course you can.
Get out of here!
Yeah.
Wow, this is kind of cool right here.
Your friend Craig has been around. You're not friends with an average guy, man.
I see. Sheesh. Who better to talk about it is it somebody who was in it And I can just talk about it from, me being a fan of the music and some of the artists. But you've been there. You've like rubbed elbows.
I told you, like, I was with Jam Master Jay, and we was sitting on the bus. We was playing Madden and shit. I said, yo, man. I said, I'll never forget the time. It was Hollis Day. We used to have this thing in Hollis called Hollis Day. And motherfuckers would be like a big-ass jam in the park, 192 Park. And I said, yo, you remember Davey DMX?
Oh, yeah, stay right there. Wait.
One for the trouble, two for the big.
Yes. I used to like that song.
Right, so Davey D and Jam Master had a little battle and shit. I said, Jay, I can tell you what you had on, man. You had on a motherfucking Adidas suit and your Godfather hat on, and you was cutting. I said, you were doing, stick 'em, ha, 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 stick 'em, stick 'em. And he was shaking his head like, yeah. And I said, Davey D had on some turquoise leaves, that's what everybody was wearing, leaves. I said, Davey D had some turquoise leaves, a white t-shirt, and that nigga was mixing the message. He wasn't scratching it. He was just mixing it. It was so funky. He was doing boop, 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 boop. He was just, he wasn't scratching. He was just cutting that shit so precise. And it was a good time, man. It was a good time to be young and from Hollis, Queens, man. It was a good time. And then niggas pulled guns out and started shooting. And, that's how our jams always ended, with a shootout. But it was a good time to be young, man.
I'm going to have to listen to that song because that used to be my shit. One for the trouble. That used to be my shit. It was a lot of songs, man.
He was cutting that shit up, man.
Most definitely was the shit.
Hell yeah. And Jay was man. When I was doing that shit with my mom, Jay was like pumping his fists like, hell yeah. I said, hell yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's my man. I'm glad, man, before he died, man, we got to really chop that whole day. We chopped. And then my dude was like, yo, man. He said, yo, man. Jay said, yo, you made his day, man. He said, you brought back so many memories, man. And Jay been down. Hey, Jay been kind of down and shit. He been kind of down and out a little lately. I don't know what's wrong with him, but man, you brought some spirit to that motherfucker. I was like, cool. Not knowing that he had problems and shit, but
right.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I was able to, you made that nigga smile and happy, man. Nigga really been like,
Yeah, that's what's
in
up.
a good mood.
Oh my God. Look at that. You are a wealth of information. We just started off with talking about disc records and, people from Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at that. You done opened up the door talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. And then now the picture.
Yeah. I got I don't know where I got more me and DMC and shit.
Oh, yeah. Find that one for me.
DMC was hard as fuck, man. And I wish I could find them fucking glasses he was wearing back then. I know they was East St. Laurent's, man, but I don't think they make them no more. I want a pair of them motherfuckers so bad, man. Oh, I want a pair of them shit. I'll pay $500 if I can find them shit.
Oh.
Them glasses, when I see a picture of me and her, that's the glasses.
Now tell me a memory with you and Will Smith. I mean, y'all had to be together for this picture for some reason.
Nah, we didn't really kick it. We knocked. What happened was, it was Run DMC's tour. It was Run DMC's tour. It was Public Enemy, Run DMC, EPMD, Fresh Prince, and Jazzy Jeff. I think that was it. And we kind of just kicked it in the dressing room for a little bit, and we took a picture. The reason why I had to take a picture because my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she has a brother. His name is Charlie Jr. They look exactly alike. I said, let me take a picture with you, man, because I said, you look just like my girlfriend's brother, man. I said, for real, this shit is wild. We took a picture, but we ain't really kicked though.
Okay.
I know his bodyguard more than I know him. You know Charlie Mack, first off the limo?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know Charlie Mack better than I know him. I don't really know him.
Oh, okay.
He just blew up. And he just skyrocketed.
Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. Rapper turned actor turned philanthropist.
Matter of fact, I've always been a fan.
Oh yeah.
Always.
I fucks with Mr.
Smith.
I fucks with Mr. Smith.
I've always been a fan and represent.
Well, you got me I have to do some homework for real, and I need to go back and listen to some things. Most definitely that one for
So,
the trouble. Oh my God.
want to meet up tomorrow, same back time, same back
Oh
channel?
yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. We will meet tomorrow so we can chat some more. Well, we have come to the end of this week's episode. I want to first thank you for listening to the insanity that crosses our minds. To those who partake and entertain in my conversations, without you, there will be no hanging out with Hayzel.